Hello everyone, welcome to this card reading. This is the week of Valentine's Day, and I wanted to get this reading to you before Valentine's Day so you had some time to sit with the energy of this week, because I really don't love feeling like I need to do ceremony and ritual on a specific day. I like to do these readings for the collective around the new moon and full moon, and sometimes the day of I'm just dealing with the energies that I'm feeling. And so just a reminder that you can do what aligns for you when it aligns for you. And there's always a lot of potency a few days before and a few days after event, even if it's celestial or astrological or planetary. And this card is wanting to come out for you. Oh my goodness. The sun, how beautiful. What a lovely card to begin our reading. This is a tarot deck that I'm choosing from. And so for those of you who know the tarot, there are a major arcana in the beginning of the tarot deck, followed by 4 suits, typically swords, wands, pentacles, and cups. So here we have the sun, which is just such a beautiful, divine message to come out right away. For me, when I personally do readings for people, and I do 15-minute, 30-minute, and 60-minute on Zoom and in person, so book a private reading with me when you feel called. But for me, when I do readings for people, usually the first card or the first 3 cards tends to kind of be like the heart of the reading. And I love that, especially for today, being that this is love themed. So you're already picking up on the symbolism. I can feel it. Like, this is an easy card to read. There's these 2 people holding hands, and you know, their bodies are thrown back, their hearts are opening to the cosmos, to the sky, to each other, to life. And it looks like a celebration to me of just love, of life, of all the things. And as you see, these are 2 women. I don't necessarily feel that this card is speaking to romance. And when I asked the guides what needed to come through for you today, they were like self-love. And so I actually have a self-care deck that I pulled, because self-love leads to everything. Self-love leads to loving your fellow man or woman. Self-love leads to caring about humanity and the new earth. Self-love is what makes you whole so that you can truly love another in a romantic relationship. So wherever you are, whether you're single, whether you are in a relationship, or maybe a committed relationship or marriage, ask not necessarily about love with another, but love with yourself and how that can expand love in all things, including your romantic relationship. So I have another card coming out, the Page of Cups. I love this. Like, this woman, as you can see, there's a little bit of darkness. It's like twilight, and she's being asked to move through into kind of another world, into another realm. So how does this apply to self-love? Well, she's wearing pink, which is lovely, which is kind of like a softness, a kindness, a sensual, feminine. And this is for men too, but like a feminine embodiment, a softness here. And as you can see, I mean, she's not running. Her footsteps are not far apart. She's not in a hurry. She's taking her time, and she's witnessing herself and her surroundings along the way. So Spirit is asking you, literally, I just heard, stop and smell the roses. Cups are the suit of emotions. So it's also like tuning into your emotions. What have you been feeling and noticing and witnessing? Are you seeing a lot of lack in the world? Are you focusing on the division, the divide, the angry, yelling at from different groups to different groups. It's asking you to address that, because I love these two quotes. In fact, the Councils of Light have asked me to make a video upcoming about this, and surrounded by these two quotes that I have loved for years and years and years. And one is, where energy goes, attention flows. And the other one, actually it's slipping my mind for a moment, which is always important, because they're just telling me not yet. So let's just focus on that. Where attention goes, energy flows. So when you focus on, oh my gosh, the world's divided, everybody's angry, this is crazy, then you truly are amplifying that which you wish not to be the resonance and the energy of the world. So again, there's a journey going on within each of us and within humanity, and we don't have to hurry. Anything that causes urgency or fear is not in alignment, so be mindful of that. Next, we have the Queen of Pentacles coming out. This is beautiful. This is a powerful card. Pentacles is often associated with like money and success, and this woman is just obviously adorned. She doesn't look happy, but she doesn't look sad. What I'm seeing here is a sovereign woman, and that is a symbol of you. Even again, if you're a man watching this, frequently when it's the week of love, it's an invitation to tap into our feminine side, the restorative moon, nurturing aspect of us, because everyone has both masculine and feminine characteristics. All right, so those are our tarot cards to get us started. I'm really excited about this self-care deck because they told me to choose it. Those of you who have watched other videos, I work with over 130 decks, and the guides, they choose the decks for you. I just say, this is my intention, this is what I'm feeling called to read about today, and they tell me they tell me which cards, which decks. Okay, movement as this applies to self-love, you cannot go wrong. Your body was meant to move, it's made to move. And do you see all this this rainbow energy around this dancing figure? I'm actually gonna put it up here, but I want you to be able to see it. Spirit is coming through and saying, what is something that you haven't been doing recently? So if you're a walker, but you've gotten out of the habit because it's cold, can you bundle up and take a nice walk? If you haven't danced in a while, can you put on just one song? Can you just choose one song that inspires you? And can you just move to that song? Don't even call it dancing, just shake, maybe bounce up and down. But Spirit is asking you to move your body in a new way, especially if you've been focused on the state of the world. We're returning to all this that you see here. We're returning to inward attention, because what you focus on grows. That's the other quote. Did you see how that just came out of me? I literally couldn't remember it a minute ago. So where attention goes, energy flows. And what you focus on grows. So Spirit, if we just ended this reading right now, and we're already 8 minutes in, I'm trying to keep this at 15 minutes. This is a powerful reading, just these 4 pillars to focus on opening your heart, loving everyone. People are doing some harmful things out there, but for the most part, we need to just relax and understand that it takes all kinds of people to make this world go round. It takes different belief systems. It takes different ways of living and loving and being to be this divine planet of free will. So where can you soften around perhaps how you've been judging other people's beliefs, ideas, or what they stand for? Because we're just in an interesting time. I've never seen division in this state, but I know that this division is actually bringing us towards unity. Sometimes we have to experience the pain and suffering of contrast to come back into alignment, to come back into harmony and unity. So positive affirmations, look at her body. I love myself. Brave, beautiful, worthy, grateful, healthy, happy. So some of you have heard me say things on repeat, but something that I love is that we have upwards of 80,000 thoughts a day. And for the average person not practicing mindfulness or meditation or some form of watching their thoughts, over 80% of people's thoughts are negative, stress, anxiety, what's wrong, I'm in a hurry, I don't have. It's not positive. So when you start focusing on positive affirmations, and remember to make your positive affirmations present tense, as if it were already happening, and then try to visualize it to help bring that into fruition. But affirmations are a positive practice of self-care. And what would be a good positive affirmation for this week? I mean, literally, I love myself. I am love. I see love in people, in my community. Like literally, where attention goes, energy flows, and what you focus on grows. So if you're looking for signs of love and unity in your community, you're going to see it. But if you're focused on what you read on social media or in the news and how awful things are, then you're going to see that reflected in your external life, right? What you hold inside is made manifest external. All right, one more card from this self-care deck. Ooh, I feel like that was it. Wow, hydrate. I love that. And this reminds me of this card up here, right? There's a similar energy, hydrate. And I'd like to bring in electrolytes. But you know what I'm feeling here, because she's like in prayer, her eyes are closed, she's holding the water. Just a reminder that bringing the positive affirmations into your water before you drink it is really powerful. You're over 70% water, your whole being. And I truly believe that you can make somebody super high vibrational by intentionalizing water and blessing it before you give it to them. I mean, why do we have holy water in churches, right? I mean, I think it's pretty well known that water can be holy, and when blessed and when intentionalized is even more powerful. So I think this is reminding you to make sure you're staying super hydrated, but bless your water, send affirmations into it, and then you'll be drinking that as well into your body. Okay, so, oh my gosh, I still have 3 decks to get through. So Spirit also told me to choose this. This is called the Rose Oracle, and I wanted to bring this through for you because who doesn't love roses around Valentine's Day? I'm sure some people don't. So if that's you, I get it, but also I personally do love roses. And let's see what wants to come out for you. All right, codes of the seeds. Wow, what a neat card. I'm trying to get that to focus for you. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. So as this applies to the week of love, to Valentine's Day, to what you focus on grows. This is asking you to plant the seeds. Actually, it's saying you've already planted the seeds, that the blueprint is within you. Take the next step. I'm getting this with all my readings lately because we are in a time of great awakening. People's gifts are coming online. They're having memories of like past lives and things, and all kinds of interesting things happen. And so many of you are ready to take the next step. So what have you been thinking about? And this does feel spiritually, energetically aligned. Is there a project? Maybe it's just an art class. And I don't mean to say just an art class, like I'm discounting that, because creating and making art is so incredibly beautiful. But what I mean by this is I'm feeling for a lot of you, you're meant to step into spiritual gifts that you make money from. So is there something you've been thinking about that you just consider a side project, or when you get to it, maybe there's something, because it's saying take the next steps. It's saying do it now. This is not an urgent card. Remember, I said if anything feels urgent, let it go. That is distortion. It's not alignment. But Spirit is telling you it's time to make the next step. The blueprint's already within you. You don't need more skills. You don't need another, lesson. It's okay if you don't have some part of that process figured out. Just start. Take the next steps. It's not saying leap and be afraid. It's just saying take that next step and stop waiting. Okay, one more card from this rose deck. Oop, there it is. Did you see that? That threw itself all the way to the side. Trust the seasons, embracing change, cycles of life, transition, growth. And for those of you who don't know, this woman is wearing how people dress when they practice Kundalini yoga. And I'm a Kundalini yoga teacher. I do Kundalini yoga teacher trainings online, 200 and 300. And I personally love wrapping my head in the white turban. It just hugs your head in the most beautiful of ways. And I have actually experienced a headache before doing Kundalini because there's a lot of really intense breath work. But anyway, trusting the seasons, right? There's a lot of change. Look at these roses. This is actually a cycle of life. There's the bud starting, the bud, it's blooming. Now the petals are falling, right? And it just keeps going around and around. And this is how we are in loving ourselves. This is how we are in loving each other. So whatever season you're in, and you can be in different parts of that season. You could be maybe in full bloom in loving yourself, but maybe you're single and you're ready for that partner. Maybe a relationship is starting to fall away and you need to come into the new season of deeper self-love, right? So this is a group reading, so it's up to you to decide, but it's asking you to trust. And we especially are asked to trust when things aren't going how we wish them to go. So if anything is not fully flourishing in your own self-love or in love with another, it's asking you to take a look at that. Okay, I love these glyph cards. I'm going to pull 2 of these and then one final wild archetype card, and we are going to seal and finish up this love reading. So I have a retreat in Egypt, September 20th to 29th. I'm so excited about it. It's a luxury retreat. We're more than half booked. If you've been thinking about Egypt, this is your sign. This is the Ankh, which I just absolutely love. I mean, it's A-N-K-H is how you spell it. The card here is saying life force. So it's asking you to amplify and connect to your life force. It's asking you to focus on nervous system regulation, which we do through breath. The darkness of this card, I mean, all these cards are dark, but not dark like dark in theming, but the color of them is dark because this is sort of like deep shadow work. So where has your life force maybe been running low? Maybe it's been suppressed through too much external everything about what's happening in the world. Return home, return to the life force energy within you. Wow, I love cats. This literally says feline and independence. Wow. So this is a newer deck for me and I have not come across this card yet. So how cool. We all know that cats can be fiercely independent. Again, I started this reading saying that it felt like the focus was on a lot of self-love, self-care. So where maybe have you been relying too much on others? If you have, and how can you return home to yourself, your own power, and your life force? Okay, one final card. So Spirit said with this, because these are called the wild unknown archetype. They said there is an archetype that wanted to come through that you can tune into, that you can work with to help you in this week, this season of self-love, and remembering that all self-love amplifies love in all other forms. Okay, the healer. Interesting, with all this snake energy. So in case you didn't know, the snake is very connected to Kundalini energy. Some people tell me they're creeped out by snakes. I totally get it. But snakes, the symbolism of them is very transformative. They shed their skin. They slither in this very, open kind of way. And so it's not just about like life force energy. That's funny. In Kundalini yoga, the life force energy is said to be a coiled snake. So the card is the healer. We are all healers. No one is born with, secret, amazing, gifted abilities that someone else can't access. I mean, like all things, like in basketball, let's say, sure, there's going to be some talent that naturally evolves, but everyone can play basketball if they choose to learn. So you are the healer. You are your own best friend. You know more than anyone what you need and what is needed. I am cautious of the word healing and healer because to me, those words indicate that something is wrong. So I feel too that this card with the 3 snake heads, it's reminding you that there's different perspectives to be had. I mean, it's not just one snake, right? So it's not saying you need to heal something. It's saying that there is something within you that could be released, that could be amplified, that maybe has been suppressed in the state of heart opening, self-love, loving others, being happier or attracting a relationship. I meant being happier in your relationship or attracting relationship. There's lots of different perspectives, lots of different avenues. So ultimately, that is up to you to decide what it means. Okay, that is your reading for this week of Valentine's Day. The overarching message is love yourself. Move, breathe, affirmation. What you focus on grows, and where attention goes, energy flows. So focus on how beautiful, wonderful, capable, and talented you are. Whatever it is, take the next step, and may you be love. May you feel loved. May you experience love in all of its various forms.